So it is May 24th, 2023. This is the trade recap on the day, trading with ICT concepts. So we're just starting off with the daily time frame. We're going to look to see where the drawn liquidity might be for the daily and the weekly, and just get a better sense of where price might be heading tomorrow as well. So today we did have FOMC. Um, Nothing crazy happened. I think it was just news that was expected in terms of debt ceilings, things like that. But nothing too concerning. It's just everything we expected. So in terms of these days here, from like April 26th and like early May, we have price dipping into this BISI, and we're gonna look for higher prices on ES. That's what I was hoping for after this area here. We're gonna look at this imbalance as well. You can see the body is respecting this fair value gap, which is all good for me if I'm expecting bullish order flow to continue. So here we did take out this sell side liquidity on the daily, and then I guess for some you could see this as a market structure shift, but I don't know how believable this is, to me at least, just because this is FOMC, and during news days price is really volatile, and price action's a bit like wonky. So yeah, we did end, I mean it's a down candle, but price did end up relatively high compared to how bearish it was in the AM session, which we will look at in a bit. So on the 1 hour, same thing. We have, we sort of switched to a sell model here. You have your your accumulation, consolidation kind of thing, distribution, then like manipulation, things like that, and then obviously price dropping here after respecting this SIBI quite nicely. Just a little bit out, but overall most of the bodies are in there before a large sell-off. So yeah, looks like a market maker sell model to me, because we did take out most of the lows. So I was looking at these lows, the 41.12 level, but we weren't able to take those out today. But that's fine. That to me indicates bullish intent, unless we're gonna take it out another day. But I kind of hope we don't, just because it's not aligned with my bias. But I can always switch bias if needed. So this is just on the hourly time frame here. We've we're continuing on this downward trend here, and hopefully we can shift market structure or something by tomorrow or overnight. But we'll go into the trade recap for the day. I did take more trades today than I should have, but price action was just clicking for me today, so I was just taking, or I did not take any losing trades. So I'll map out the first trade I took. I believe it was just a continuation trade with a fair value gap here, and stop loss going above a swing high that I don't want to see get violated, because this price area is layered, so it's like a balanced price range. And yeah, I just kind of expected a large sell-off here, but I guess that's from taking trades very similar to this. But yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Towards the draw on liquidity, which is the 41.12 level that I have mentioned on the daily, and price. This is my entry here, and price sells off, and after taking a 5-handle partial, so 30, like somewhere here, I then take partials throughout here for my runners, and then get stopped out in profit, which is a really nice trade, and I should have been done for the day. But I did end up taking this long as well. Reason being, this is the price leg that made this low, so I wanted to see a break of structure take this out. This candle would have been could have been an entry here, or if it made a fair value gap, I mean, but it did not. It wicked up and then quickly shrank back into this down candle. So I was a little trigger happy, but I waited, and this candle soon enough took this, but there was no fair value gap, so I waited, and then followed by down candle. So That was good. This right here, because of this area being such a like balanced price range, right? You have downward movement, a lot of upward movement. This wick here, this candle here, the up candle. This area to me is a balanced price range, right? Price has been offered both buy side and sell side efficiently. So once this fair value gap is made, I want this fair value gap to be untapped, unfilled, right? This is a breakaway gap. And then this right here is the fair value gap that I took entry on, and my stop loss was actually below here. And this was a really clean trade. I don't know the risk to reward ratio, but you know it's there. It's like a really nice trade, and I was just targeting these highs, but turned out to be a lot more. So that's a extra profit, which is fine. And then move stop loss up because I didn't expect us to, take out these highs over here or anything on the daily time frame because we were very bearish in a very deep discount. So just kind of watched price after I got partialed out and then stopped out in profit again. I just watched price for a little while, and here's the lunch hour, which I don't trade during. And here we have, another move up, creates relative equal highs here, and this is the FOMC candle. Nothing crazy, so kind of anticlimactic on the day, but not bad. Here, price pumps, pretty high, no entry unless you take this very aggressive entry here because it does take out a, swing highs, things like that. And you could have taken this entry if you were following, like order flow and market structure, because like this low isn't taken out by this low. Same thing here, same thing here. So if once this isn't taken out, I guess you could take entry here and target highs, and price just, jets up because market symmetry is, clicked. DXY is dumping, I believe, and price just continues up. And then you have the ICT 2022 short model here, and it plays out really well. I mean, this fair value gap is really clean, in my opinion. Bodies told the story. You get a really nice sell-off here, 31 to 23. It's an easy 8-handle run. And then that's basically it. And then price respecting these fair value gaps as well, and then lower here. So kind of in this range, really nice. And then market consolidates for the rest of it's only 10 minutes, and then, into the overnight session. So, yeah, overall, that was the trade, or those were the trades of the day. And like I said, we can expect, I'm bullish until bearish. So I want to see price, this is the daily time frame, just to clarify. I want to see price trail up into this area, and then either sell off or continue past. But either way, looking at the chart right now, I am bullish either way. So that's my bias for tomorrow, as long as nothing happens overnight. If we do react, then drawn liquidity is still this 41.12 level, and then these lows here within this fair value gap, things like that. We can cover DXY here. This large candle here, this is actually a indicator. It's not a supply and demand indicator, it's just a power of 3, the manipulation, accumulation, distribution kind of thing. If you guys are familiar with the core content or the power of 3 video from ICT, it looks a bit like this. Kind of like that. It's a really bad drawing, but that's basically what it looks like. Kind of like this. If you're familiar with that, then great, but if not, then definitely recommend you guys watch that, because that's a huge part of how price moves. But this is the daily time frame. I'm expecting price to react off of this, because if I'm bullish on ES, I want DXY to be bearish. So hopefully we can push into this SIBI here and then sell off a little bit into, I don't know, this imbalance here, things like that. But DXY is looking very bullish, so we're gonna have to see what happens overnight as well. But yeah, let me check my notes and see. Yeah, so high time frame bias was key today. Market structure was also, I mean, it's key every day, and FOMC didn't really have an effect on today's price action. I would just say volatility wise, which is why I believe that we wicked below these lows. But if on any other given day, I would not have wanted to see these lows taken. But maybe, which is probably why things worked out so well today, because it was a little bit of both. You had bearish sentiment in the AM and then bullish sentiment in the PM. So calls, puts, long, shorts, whatever, they both worked out. But uh, I will most likely record my trades live tomorrow for the 25th, and get that posted. But if not, I'll definitely do another recap. But yeah, I think that's going to be all for this video. So I'll most likely see you guys tomorrow.